At the time, the team as a group had never made an 85 plus Metacritic game. So Metacritic's not the end-all be-all answer, right? But looking at it, it's a good shorthand for us as developers to say we kind of look at that as that min bar of this is something special that people, it's a must-play game at that point. We'd never done that as a studio, and that team had never done that because they'd been forged from pieces from all over different games. So Daryl had this very firm belief of how do we make the team understand that you're getting to a 75, we know how to do that already, we've done many of those. Getting to an 80, harder, because you have to, that curve gets steeper and steeper to climb that hill, to this really exponential curve to get to an 85 plus. And so that was a huge challenge of saying, no, we really need to push ourselves. We had to change our design philosophy. We had to change our vertical slice philosophy of how we actually make games, of how we looked at content, not make everything for 3 years and then the last year polish it. It's like, make a finished chunk of content as early as possible so the team understands what it took to do that. And it felt much different than shipping one giant game at the end. It felt like you're shipping multiple chunks of the game multiple times over that multi-year period. All of us were used to design document, great pre-concept, great pre-production, everything's kind of gray boxed and we'll finish it later, to finish this 30 minutes, finish this 90 minutes of content, now finish the next 90 minutes, now finish the next 90 minutes. So it felt like you were constantly shipping a chunk of content, which is exhausting because it means you are shipping content and saying, we're going to put that on the shelf. That's done. That can be user tested, but you know what you have right then and there. You know what quality you've hit, you know what content you have, you know how much playability stuff you have, you know what it took to build that. And so now you have to say, how do we recreate that same amount of spikes for multiple hours for how much money and time you have left? So we had to redo our design philosophy, we had to redo our user testing, and it was foreign to all of us because it was, hey, we're going to go try something new and different. And by the way, the hardest thing you ever do is try and ship an 85 plus game when you don't have a roadmap to do it.
Fascinating. Do you have a name for that philosophy, or is it just?
It's the vertical slice model is what we call it, because it's a matter of people think there's always one vertical slice at the beginning and that's it. We actually instead make multiple vertical slices, and so that's how we applied it.